Good day everyone, I am Melanie Kusin Sarapudin, the second discussant for Group 4. Now, my topic for today is all about nanosensors for clinical analysis. Now, let us know what if nanosensors. Nanosensors, as one of the advanced technologies in nanoscience, play a vital role in the transformation of the health field and provide unique possibilities for early diagnosis and continuous monitoring of diseases and providing high sensitivity and accuracy. So, that is nanosensors. Ibig sabihin, ang nanosensors is ito yung maliliit na bagay na ginagamit para makita at sukatin ang napakaliliit na mga bagay sa loob ng isang katawan ng tao, tulad ng mga cells sa loob ng katawan ng tao o sa loob ng katawan natin, o yung mga molecules sa loob ng katawan natin. So, ang nanosensors is halos hindi ito nakikita dahil sa sobrang liit nito, and the nanosensors is it helps the doctors na makita ang kalagayan ng katawan ng mas malinaw or sensitive and mabilis and accurate. Halimbawa nito is ang nanosensors is pwede itong gamitin para malaman agad kung may sakit ba ang katawan ng isang tao, o para makita kung gumagana ba ang gamot na tinitek ng isang tao sa loob ng kanyang katawan. Sa madaling salita, ang nanosensors ito ay nanoscanner kung saan ginascan niya or gina-measure niya kung ano yung nasira or kung ano yung sakit na meron sa katawan o sa loob ng katawan ng isang tao. So it helps the doctors to monitor and to detect kung ano ba yung nabago or kung ano yung nasira na structures ng cells ng katawan ng isang tao sa loob ng katawan niya. So let us proceed. So with the ability to detect and measure molecular and cellular changes, these sensors can identify disease-specific biomarkers in very small amounts, even in the early stages of the disease. This feature is especially important in complex and costly diseases such as cancer, because nanosensors can provide accurate information about the cellular and molecular status of the body and help doctors quickly diagnose the disease, assess it, and choose the best treatment strategies. So, gamit ang kakayahan nitong makita at sukatin ang pagbabago sa molecules at cells, kayang tuklasin ng mga sensors o yung nanosensors ang mga signs ng sakit kahit pa maliit pa ito. Mahalaga ito lalo na sa mga sakit na mahirap gamutin tulad ng cancer, dahil nakakapagbigay ito ng tamang impormasyon tungkol sa kalagayan ng katawan ng isang tao. Nakakatulong ang mga nanoscanners or nanosensors para mabilis na malaman kung ano yung sakit ng isang tao o kung ano yung sakit na meron ang katawan ng isang tao. Mas mapili ang tamang gamot at mas mapabilis ang paggaling ng katawan ng isang tao may sakit, especially yung mga taong may cancer. Sa simpleng salita or basically, ang mga nanosensors or nanoscanners ay maliliit na kagamitan or tools na tumutulong sa mga doktor na makita at malaman ang sakit ng katawan ng mas mabilis at accurate. Understood? Now, let us proceed to another slide. Nanoscale materials such as carbon nanotubes, metal nanoparticles, and quantum dots are widely used in the manufacture of these sensors due to their unique physical and chemical properties, which help increase sensitivity and reduce interference with other biological compounds. So the nanosensors are made using really tiny things like carbon nanotubes, metal nanoparticles, and quantum dots. These tiny materials have special properties that help the nanosensors work better by being more sensitive and less affected by other things around them. So, through the nanosensors or yung mga carbon nanotubes and metal nanoparticles and quantum dots is ito yung mga tiny molecules or materials na may special na properties which helps the nanosensors to work better by being more sensitive and accurate and less affected by the surroundings or things around the nanosensor. In addition to that, nanosensors have wide applications in drug delivery, so they can deliver drugs to disease tissues in a targeted manner and avoid side effects on healthy issues. Meaning to say, through the nanosensors or through the effectiveness of nanosensors is nakakatulong ito sa mga doctor to deliver the drug in a targeted point, which is wala nang paligoy-ligoy or through the nanosensors is naiiwasan yung mga harmful side effects ng mga drugs na which is hindi na ito kailangan na ikalat pa sa loob ng katawan ng sa loob ng katawan ng isang tao. So the nanosensors help the doctors to point it out kung saan ba dapat i-point yung drugs sa loob ng katawan ng isang tao. Now, let us proceed. This feature is especially essential in sensitive treatments such as chemotherapy and chemotherapy, can minimize side effects and increase the efficacy of treatment. However, challenges such as biocompatibility and long-term stability of nanosensors in biological environments remain important issues in clinical applications. Meaning to say, chemotherapy and chemotherapy, these are strong medical treatments. These treatments can cause unwanted side effects. The nanosensors, the tiny devices that can help reduce these side effects and make the treatment work better. However, it is difficult to make sure these nanosensors work well with the body and stay stable for a long time. These challenges need to be solved so that nanosensors can be used effectively in real medical situations. In conclusion to my report, in addition to that, nanosensors play a significant role in monitoring vital parameters and biomarkers in real time and can provide accurate and continuous information about this. This technology helps doctors quickly respond to unexpected changes in a patient's condition and adjust treatment strategies based on updated data. Nanosensors are microscopic devices designed to detect and measure physical, chemical, or biological changes at the nanoscale. These sensors use nanotechnology to increase sensitivity and accuracy in measurements due to their small dimensions. Nanosensors can detect minor changes and are used in various fields such as disease diagnosis, environmental monitoring, food safety, and biomedical technologies. Meaning to say, ang nanosensors ay may mahalagang tungkulin or papel sa pagsubaybay ng mga vital parameters at biomarkers in real time. Meaning to say, is nadadiagnose ng doctors ang diseases ng isang tao in real time through nanosensors. It gives sensitive and accurate na information which helps doctors to na mabilis na ma-diagnose sa mga di inaasahang pagbabago sa kalagayan ng isang pasyente, especially yung mga taong may diabetes, cancers. At isaayos ang mga strategy to which is through the nanosensor. It gives doctors strategy to diagnose sa mga diseases na meron sa katawan ng isang tao. Ang nanosensors ay napakaliit na apparatus na ginawa upang tuklasin and to measure yung mga pagbabago sa physical, chemical, or biological na nanoscale. Ginagamit ang mga sensor na ito, which is ang nanotechnology, upang mapataas ang sensitivity and accuracy sa mga pag-measure, pagsukat dahil sa kanilang kaliitan or tiny devices. Kaya nilang tuklasin ang maliliit na changes or pagbabago at ginagamit sa iba't ibang larangan tulad ng diagnosis ng sakit, pagsubaybay sa kapaligiran, yung environment, kaligtasan ng pagkain, at mga biomedical technologies. Halimbawa nito is sa diagnosis ng sakit. Maaaring gamitin ang nanosensors upang tuklasin ang mga biomarkers ng cancer sa dugo sa maagang yugto nito. Sa pagsubaybay sa environment, maaaring gamitin din ang mga ito, which is yung mga nanosensors na ito, upang sukatin ang antas ng polusyon sa hangin o tubig. Sa kaligtasan ng pagkain naman, maaaring gamitin ang nanosensors upang tuklasin ang mga contaminate foods. And sa biomedical technologies naman, maaaring gamitin ang mga nanosensors na ito upang subaybayan ang kalusugan ng isang pasyente sa pamamagitan ng pagtatanim ng nanosensor sa katawan, which is pinapasok ito sa loob ng katawan ng isang tao upang matukoy kung ano ba yung mga na changes or yung nagbago sa mga structures ng cells or molecules sa loob ng katawan ng isang tao. And through that nanosensors is na-detect nila or na-measure nila kung ano ba yung nasira sa structures ng cells sa loob ng katawan ng isang tao because of its tiny devices. And that's all my report for today. Thank you for listening.